guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hey, I'm Lauren and I make personal finance videos teaching you guys about personal finance and also sharing my family's own journey to pay off an absurd amount of debt, get our budget in order, follow all my own personal finance tips and all of that good stuff. So if you want to see more videos like that from me, then make sure you hit that red subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. In today's video, it is our November budget. Every single month I go over our budget before the month starts and then after the month has ended to show you guys what we plan to do for that month and then how it ended up turning out. So November is coming, Gobble Gobble Day is coming if you're here in the US, Thanksgiving, which is one of my favorite holidays of the year because you get to eat all the yummy food but you don't have to deal with the rigmarole of everyone giving presents to each other. So it's kind of like a nice relaxing holiday. I don't cook, nobody in my family usually cooks, so it's relaxing for us and we just eat a lot of good food and relax. Although I have been baking a lot lately and I don't know, I've just gotten into baking all of a sudden, and I did recently buy like a pie dish, so I might try making like a homemade pumpkin pie or an apple pie or maybe both this year. So anyway, let's jump into the budget. If you like this spreadsheet that I'm using, I use it every single month when I show you guys my budget. It is available for purchase in my Etsy shop, which is linked below. It's an instant download to Google Sheets and it comes with a detailed video tutorial showing you exactly how to use it. All right, this is our November budget. So this is actually our lowest income. I thought September was going to be our lowest, but November is actually our lowest by like $700. It's still a very solid income month, but because we have so much debt, that income doesn't stretch as far for us as it may for other people. So yeah, this month we have total income that we're expecting to come in of $8,330. So the first section is pay yourself first. So that's anything that we are putting towards savings or investing or retirement through the month. So I've budgeted $150 to go into an after-tax brokerage account and then $25 to go to my daughter's college savings account for a total of $175 this month to pay yourself first. And that's not a lot of money. I mean, like, I don't want to say it's not a lot of money because maybe to some people it is a lot of money in 1 month to put towards savings or investing. And for us at one point that would have felt like a lot, but compared to our $8,000 of income we're expecting this month, $175 is not a huge percentage of our income that's going towards pay yourself first. But instead of just giving up altogether on investing this month because our budget's a little tighter, we're still making an effort. We're putting $175 in, and even though it's a smaller amount, it does add up, and so to me it's still worth it to make an effort to put something into pay yourself first every single month. All right, next we've got our debt section, and this is where we're trying to pay off a ridiculous amount of debt. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're familiar with my channel, then you know at this point we have just under $300,000 of debt that's mostly student loans that we're trying to pay off. So in this section we've got my husband's student loan, which is $893, my student loan, which is $1,182, and then we're also trying to pay off our home equity line of credit, our HELOC, and so that minimum payment is $75 and we're gonna put $137 towards that debt this month. And again, it's $75 is the minimum payment, so we're only putting an extra, like, what is that, 60, I'm not good at math in my head, $62. Okay, so an extra $62 that we're putting this month towards that debt. And again, that's not a huge amount extra, but it's something, and so if we can do more than that, that would be great. If we could have a bluebird this month. Do you guys use that phrase? My husband uses it all the time and I've started using it. Like, a bluebird is like a windfall or like a stroke of good luck, just like something going your way. So I kind of like that. So if there's some sort of bluebird this month that comes through, we will definitely try to put anything extra we get this month towards debt. But if we can't, at least we're doing something. Every single month we're doing something. And if you're feeling demotivated with your debt payoff and you see me with almost $300,000 of debt being like, okay, I'm paying an extra $62 this month and feeling like we're at least doing something, like, there's no amount too small. If you're putting anything extra towards your debt, you should feel good about it. You should be proud of yourself. You should push yourself to keep putting more. $62 a month indefinitely extra towards our debt would give us a debt payoff date of a decade from now, but some months are just gonna be lighter, and that's this month. So that is the debt payments we have planned for this month, $2,912 of debt payment. Next, scrolling over to the fixed expenses. So our fixed expenses are just, you know, pretty self-explanatory. They don't change much month to month. I am really proud that our subscriptions are down to $10 a month. That used to be, I don't know, probably like $50 a month or more for subscriptions, and we just have Spotify. That's the only one we pay for right now. I know there's some good shows coming on HBO. I think Dexter is coming back. There's a new season of Dexter, I believe, on HBO. Maybe this month. I have to look. When is Dexter coming back? Oh yes, Dexter is coming up on November 7th. Okay, so yeah, only a couple weeks away. So definitely November we'll like probably get HBO for a little bit, or we might wait. I don't know if the episodes are going to come out like week by week. We might wait till the whole season's out and then just get HBO for like a month and binge watch them all in that month, so we don't have to pay for 1 month as the subscription. But yeah, that's not in the budget for this month, but if we do get HBO for a month, we'll just probably take it out of our spending money. But anyway, I digress. Subscriptions is only $10. Everything else pretty self-explanatory. We've got $2,408 in fixed expenses, and then everything else in our budget is in sinking funds. So we do a lot of sinking funds, and I like sinking funds because if you go a little bit over or a little bit under 1 month, then it kind of gives you that cushion to do so, and it really minimizes the amount of like miscellaneous expenses you have if you have sinking funds to cover everything. I don't really like having a big miscellaneous budget, because if I see we have $250 for miscellaneous, then I'll end up spending $250. So I'd rather have a small miscellaneous budget. Ours is $50. If you saw in the fixed expenses, it's $50. And then we have everything else allocated into a lot of sinking funds. So that way I'm not spending in this miscellaneous category and having too much flexibility, because I need like a lot of structure. My brain is still adjusting to this new lifestyle. We've been on a debt-free journey for almost 2 years now, but my brain is still adjusting to not overspending by a lot and impulse spending, and like I just have an inclination to spend too much. That's like my default setting, and I talked about that a little bit in my debt and addiction video, which I'll link somewhere up there. If you guys haven't seen it, I would recommend it. It's a good video, and I'm gonna do more videos talking about that topic very soon. I'm excited about. But yeah, okay, I'm babbling too much in this video, I feel like. Okay, groceries, we always do $250 a week, and I do groceries on Tuesdays, so it clears in the account on Wednesdays. So depending on how many Wednesdays there are in the month, I do that much for groceries. So $250 a week, and there's 4 Wednesdays this month, so $1,000. Let's see, vacation fund, nothing for now, but I've already been working on our 2022 budget, and in January we're putting a chunk of money in there, so that's exciting. Spending money, $200 each for me and my husband. My daughter gets $150. Baby number 2, we usually put $50 in there because we are trying for baby number 2, and so I want to start saving up some money so we have funds to buy things we need when baby eventually gets here. But because this month is a tighter budget month and it's not really an urgent expense, I put 0 for this month. My husband, my cat Miles. My cat Miles gets $150 for his expenses, and again, this is why I like sinking funds this month. We've got, I know, an auto shipment of $382 of food for him, and instead of having that expense hit all in 1 month, we just put $150 aside every single month, and that way when every 4 months that food shipment comes, it comes out of the account, we've got the money saved, set aside already, because we've been budgeting by the year and like averaging out what we need per month. Gas, we've budgeted $100. That's been pretty good for us. And gifts, I put $150. Usually we do $100 in this category, but it is negative. And I'm really working hard to get our sinking funds positive, all in the positive numbers before the end of the year. So January 1st, we can start with a nice clean slate of positive sinking funds. So I'm going to show you our balances in the next budget. I have been like blocking them off because I didn't really want to show them, but I think I'm going to show them in the next budget so you can see exactly where we're at with our sinking funds. And our sinking funds can go negative because we do sinking funds all out of one checking account. We do all of our bills out of one checking account, including sinking funds. Plus we have a $10,000 like checking account buffer, which is part of our emergency fund, in our checking account with the sinking funds. So if anything ever goes negative for any of our sinking funds, there's plenty of extra money in there to like offset that, so our checking account never goes negative. Right, home decor also put at 0 because it's not a necessity and it's a tight budget month. Car maintenance is at $200 because that sinking fund is negative, and that will get it to even, I believe. And then house maintenance, we put aside $50 this month. Cell phone, $150, utilities, $85 and $300, and then Christmas, $100. And then just to take a little peek down here, so this budgeted summary, you can visually see where all your money is going in the month. So you can see 35% of our take-home pay is going to debt this month, and I'm pretty happy with that percentage. I would love it to be higher, but that's still over a third of our budget that's going to debt this month. So we've clearly dedicated a large amount of our budget to go towards debt payoff. And then the last thing I'll just point out is up here, this left to budget, you can see is 0. So let's say I took this out of brokerage and I had nothing in there. You can see the left to budget changes to 150. So as I'm doing my budget before the month starts, this is how I can make sure that all of my money is allocated to a category, and so there's nothing extra that's just gonna be, you know, accidentally spent. Everything in our budget, all the money that we're gonna get this month has a predetermined place that it's supposed to go, and so we've got a left to budget of 0. So that is it for this month's budget. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I always love watching people's budget videos. I find it so interesting seeing how everybody spends their money in their own house. Again, if you wanna get this budget template, it will be linked in the video description below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And if you want to see more videos like this from me, then hit the red subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.